Just 6 days to go before state and federal health care exchanges open their doors, offering a marketplace of health insurance plans to all Americans. It's all part of the Affordable Care Act. And today, the Obama administration released the prices for individual insurance plans. Bertha Coombs joins us now with a rundown of the premiums, co-payments, deductibles, options, consumes, everything that people are going to face. You know, Bertha, we've been talking a long time. You've been covering the story for a long time about what are the prices going to be for these insurance plans. Today, we got a little peek into what the prices are going to be. Are they higher or lower than what everybody was expecting?
Well, a little bit lower. I mean, we've heard from some of the states that have built their own exchanges. They already have revealed some of the prices, and in many cases, they're lower. Now, the federal government today, in a new report from Health Department analysts, found that premiums will be lower than they had previously estimated on the 3 dozen health insurance exchanges that the federal government is fully or partly operating, because those states opted out of building their own marketplaces. So on average, they've discovered that Americans will be able to choose from more than half a dozen insurance plans on these exchanges. And that's part of the thing that is driving these costs down, more competition. They'll have more than 50 plans to choose from, and these plans will be priced, this is what you're going to hear a lot about, on a metals basis, bronze being the cheapest, silver in the middle, gold at the top end. The average silver midpoint plan comes in at about $328 a month. But that's before tax credits for low and moderate income people, which will reduce those monthly costs. The government gave us some numbers. So, of course, it's going to vary on where you live, but let's take a family of 4 in Texas with about $50,000 in annual income. For example, they will have a silver plan that will average about $727 a month. Now, with the tax credit that they would qualify for, that premium would be cut by about 60% to $280 a month. And interestingly, I went on eHealth to see what you would get in the individual market now to get a plan like that. For $280, you get a plan with about a $10,000 deductible, and it's going to be much less than that on the exchange. Now, take an individual, the young people who they really want, a 27-year-old, now you can no longer be covered on your parents' plan. In Florida, earning about $25,000 a month would also qualify, and a silver plan will average about $218 for that 27-year-old before the tax credit. After the tax credit, about $145 a month, and that would be lower. The interesting thing is you don't have to buy a silver plan. You could buy a bronze plan that's cheaper, but your tax credit is based on the silver plan. So it would actually bring you even lower on a bronze plan, which could come down for that 27-year-old to less than $100 a month.
Yeah, but we know when people really sit down and do the math, the main reason that a lot of Americans do not buy health insurance because they just feel like it's too expensive and they can't afford it, even though these numbers sound good.
Exactly.
Is at $328, the average price, is that affordable enough?
Well, that's $328 before the tax credit, so it might be below $300. And it is affordable by comparison to what someone's paying now on the individual market. So when you look at someone who's already trying to buy insurance, that seems much more affordable. But everyone you talk to says, this is a very price-sensitive market. So if you're making $50,000 a month, that's still a lot of money to come up with $300 a month if you've got all these other expenses. And they need young people to sign up to make sure that we don't just have older, sick people in the insurance pool.
Couple of quick questions in rapid succession. Number one, are the tax credits applied after I have shelled out of pocket all that money, or before?
You can choose. You can choose to take them before, or you can choose to take them later, get them later when you file for your taxes. If you're on the edge, so for a family of 4, your subsidies run out at around $94,000. If you're on the edge, you're probably going to want to wait so you don't get clawed back on what you took beforehand.
But if you have a problem with cash flow, you're going to want that tax subsidy up front so that you can actually do it. Question number 2, the plans that are on these exchanges are private insurers, right? It's not government
private
insurance.
Insurers. Yeah, they're private insurers that are competing on these exchanges for your business.
And what kind of coverage do you get? Limited?
That depends, depending on the level. So remember, we talked about the metal levels. So silver is a kind of 60% of the cost.
They pay 60% of your medical costs.
Right. So you have some out of pocket. Maximum out of pocket is about $6,200 for a deductible. On a bronze plan, it's going to be more out of pocket. So you might pay a lower premium, but you're probably going to get a more limited network of coverage, and you're probably going to have more out of pocket.
Real quickly, you're required, every American is required to have some kind of insurance plan, and if you don't, there's a fine. Really? Are you going to be fined if you opt out?
You know, I think this first year, and this is just my impression, this first year and from talking to people, they just want people to sign up at all cost. So they don't want to be punitive. They don't want to be talking about the
$95 fine.
Exactly. Potentially as little as $95.
Okay.
Bertha, thank you very much.